Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Earth Angel Network. So this is a pick a card reading or pick a pile reading about good karma or good news coming your way. So just in a moment, you're going to be able to see the two images on the screen. So pick the pile that resonates the most with you, and I will see you soon. Hello, Pile One. Okay, so this is for those of you that chose the image of the girl with the afro and the aliens, and there's shrooms in the background, and a UFO, and like a huge eye, and I don't know what galaxy or that stands for, but yeah. So I'm gonna first channel some messages from the picture alone, and then I am going to jump right into the cards. So for those of you that chose pile one, good karma coming your way. So I'm getting that some of you guys may have kind of been wishing for a soul tribe, right? Or some sort. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys have spent most of your life feeling different than most people around you, or just feeling other, right? Again, feeling a bit alien, like the aliens in the picture. But I feel like some good news or good karma coming your way is you are going to attract your soul tribe. You're going to start to attract relationships with people who are on your frequency, people that resonate with you, people that have also felt like they didn't quite fit in most of their life, okay? These may be people that are also into whatever unique things you're into. So if you're very spiritual, maybe they're into that. If you're into conspiracy theories, maybe they're into that. But or UFOs, or this kind of life on other planets. Like, these are people that will resonate with whatever quirks and like unique interests you have. These will be people that can see you. Like, if you felt like most of your life people didn't really understand you, people couldn't really see who you were clearly, they just project onto you. These are going to be people that can see you. Okay. I'm also getting that some other good karma that's coming your way, or something good that's coming your way, is you are going to have enhanced spiritual gifts. You're going to start to feel really, really connected to whatever you believe in, whether, if that's the Most High, the divine source, God, your angels, ancestors, whatever you believe in, you're going to start to feel a stronger connection to that. You're going to have elevated spiritual abilities, enhanced spiritual abilities. I'm also getting, for those of you that are into plant medicine, like shrooms or, things like that, you're going to have a very interesting trip. That may be very insightful, or you're going to start having very, maybe you're going to have like very enjoyable trips if that's something that you do, or, if you're using that for introspection or something like that, like your insights will be very deep, and you're going to grow a lot from that. I'm not encouraging anybody to do shrooms, by the way. I'm just saying that that's something that I'm picking up, is like there's going to be a very interesting trip in your future. You're going to experience something very interesting. I'm also getting that there will be, if you've been having trouble sticking to any of your goals, whether that's, it could be anything. It could be like a business venture. It could be a project you're trying to work on. It could be health goals. It could be, just literally anything. You're going to now be graced with the discipline to do so. Like whatever felt hard to stick to before, it's not going to be hard anymore. You're going to be able to accomplish your goals with a lot more ease. And there's just going to be a lot more clarity in your life. I'm also feeling like if you have been feeling a bit lonely or, again, like isolated or something, you're not going to be lonely anymore. And if you have been feeling like you're not sure of your path, because there's like that song, like, Are You Lost? There's a sign in the picture. I feel like you're not going to feel lost anymore. You're going to feel like you are exactly where you are meant to be. Things are going to start to make more sense. I just feel like you will start to feel more at home in your world. You're not going to feel, like I said, lost anymore, or feel like just like you don't belong here as much. You're going to have a sense of belonging. There may also be some travel in your future coming up, or maybe just having the means to travel. Whether you do or not, you will be able to if you want to. I'm also getting that. Yeah, you're just gonna have the means. You have the means, and I think you will be going on trips. And like I said, not just psychedelic trips, but also going somewhere, right? It could be by road, it could be by plane, it could be, just, yeah. So you will find a soul tribe, a sense of community. I think that's like, that's one of the big things here, is like finding people that resonate with you. That's going to happen naturally. And they will be similar to you in some way. And they may have a similar story to you. In terms of some of the challenges they've been going through their soul journey. You will resonate with these people, and I think you will connect very deeply to them through your heart space. You guys may be similar in terms of your level of like compassion and empathy and love, and the care that you show others. This could be, a group of empaths, a group of people that resonate with that term. So that's what I'm getting from the picture. So now I'm going to let you guys know what I channeled from the cards, or what I'm channeling from the cards currently. So one of the cards that you got, the first card that you got is the gem. The gem. So from the gem, what I'm getting is you guys, just like how I said with the picture, you guys are going to finally be seen, right? People are going to start to realize your value. They're going to start to realize, you've been a hidden gem. Like some people, you may have been around people, this could be your family, been around old friends, and they never, although they saw like this uniqueness about you, they never really, it's not always acknowledged, right? But I feel like this is going to be, the people that you're going to be meeting are going to start to acknowledge that, like recognize that, and they will tell you, like they will be more open about letting you know how they see you. And not only are other people going to see you as a gem and realize that you're like this rare gem, but I think you're also going to start to see yourself in this way. Like your sense of self, your confidence will be boosted as well. That's some of the good karma that's coming to you. I think you're also going to start to recognize more of the uniqueness that is within you. And see how special and rare that you are. I think for a long time you were kind of surrounded by this kind of like dark or gray scale energy. And a lot of people didn't want to acknowledge that this is what you were, because they're in this kind of energy. And I think that there's like a sense of like a little bit of envy and jealousy, and people not really wanting you to know how they see you for their own reasons. But you're going to now, like I said, start to meet people that can reflect this colorful energy back to you, that vibrancy. And I think, being in this kind of contrasting environment has had kind of left you having a warped vision of yourself, because you're kind of wondering, like, if I'm this way, why is this what I'm experiencing? Why is this the way people are seeing me and treating me or whatever? But I think that being in that space also helped you kind of see some of your uniqueness, because it is contrasting. And so I think now, you're going to be put into an environment that is more reflectant of your very colorful, vibrant energy. I'm also getting that you, as I was saying before, in terms of with the picture, like your spiritual gifts expanding. I think you are going to be discovering more about your spiritual gifts, and more about the talents, your hidden talents, and maybe even diving deeper into that. That's another thing that I think that I'm feeling is gonna happen. Another card that you got is this card that says round and round. So for those of you who felt like you were kind of like stuck in a loop or stuck in a cycle, like kind of encountering the same kind of people, the same kind of lessons, the same stagnant energy, that is some of your good karmas. That's not going to be happening anymore. Things are going to start to flow. The energy is going to start to pick up. You're going to start to feel like more lucky, like good luck is finding you a lot easier. As I said before, like maybe things that you were trying to do before, like goals you had, things you were working on that felt like it was not moving forward, or there was like a stagnancy, that's going to kind of lift up, or that's starting to lift up. You're no longer going to be stuck in this energy of kind of like reminiscing on the past, or just kind of, or just like waiting for the future. This says here and now. Again, I don't know why these cards do not get clear when I'm putting them to the screen. I'm sorry about that. But in this card, there's an arrow that points to the past and the future. And so I'm getting that, like, before, you guys may have been in this weird energy where it's like you're either dwelling on the past, or you're kind of like waiting for things to change, waiting for this future that seems to never be coming. But I'm getting that future is here. It's going to be here. If it's not already here, where you're kind of meeting new people and you can feel yourself kind of stepping into your purpose or your spiritual gifts enhancing, or, like whatever you've been trying, what goals you've been trying to achieve, like whatever it is, right? If you haven't been seeing movement is going to start happening to the point where it's going to give you a sense of contentment in your here and now, where like you're no longer going to be having this kind of reminiscent energy about the past, nor are you going to be like praying for the future, because it will be here. Everything you had been waiting for will be present now. And so you're going to feel a sense of peace in your life, because there's going to just be there's going to be a lot of change, and these will be changes that you've been wishing for, like, much needed change that you've been waiting on will finally be here. Like I said, that can be in terms of the relationships you're attracting, the people around you, but that will finally be here for you. And that is going to give you a sense of contentment, where you are going to be able to be more present in your here and now, and no longer in this state of kind of like waiting for the future. Waiting for this change. Like, you're going to be out of that loop, like I said, out of that kind of like round and round and round, feeling like you're going in circles, and kind of going through the same lesson from a slightly higher, perspective kind of thing. Another thing that I'm getting here is that you got this card, blessed, right? Blessed. I do not know why these cards are not getting clear. It's very weird. But that's what this card says. It says blessed. So you are going to start to literally feel that. You're going to start to feel blessed. Like if you were feeling like you were having like, you were kind of down on your luck for a while, or like I said, you were stuck in a loop, you were stuck in a stagnant energy, you were praying and like trying to manifest this like lucky girl syndrome and kind of praying for like good fortune and praying for change and praying for all this stuff. It's like you are going to finally start to feel very, very blessed. I'm seeing like a lot of synchronicities, a lot of serendipity, a lot of, just things working out for you with ease. Like there's none of this, like before, if you felt like you were always kind of moving upstream, always pushing against the grain, like there's just like this constant efforting kind of happening. It's going to be effortless. Like things are going to kind of flow with ease. Like things that were so hard to accomplish are now going to feel like they're just happening for you. Like you're just going to feel so much support cosmically and from the Most High, whatever you believe in. And things are just going to kind of like fall into place with great ease. Okay. I'm going to look something up real quick. 1 second. Yeah, okay, so like this thing with blessed, it's number 22, which is about, manifesting your dreams into reality and divine guidance, wisdom, balance. Like this is a master number. So I feel like, again, you're going to start to feel like I feel like you're going to feel like a master manifester. Like I feel like this group is actually a master manifester, but it's just maybe your energy, you've been building up your energy to this point, but something is going to actually kind of like lock in or like sync up where it's like now things you're going to be able to bring stuff into fruition, bring stuff into existence a lot easier. Like you have mastered something, and I think it's really mastery of self. But now that you've reached this certain point on your timeline and within your own self-healing and self-development, these things are going to start to happen a lot easier. And even with your soul tribe, it's like you had to get to this certain point so that you could be on the frequency, all of you guys could be on the frequency to have healthy relationships with each other. So I feel like these new relationships are also going to be very nourishing, very reciprocal. It's not going to be like whatever was going on in the past where maybe you felt like it was one-sided, or maybe you were not equally yoked, or maybe, these people, like I said, they couldn't understand you. There was a little bit of disconnect in terms of your mindset, your orientation towards life, your beliefs. And I feel like now you're going to start to attract the people that will be very much in tune with you. So that's what I'm getting for pile 1. That's the good karma that's coming your way. Very happy for you. I think this is very beautiful. And I feel like there's some similar energies that are in pile 2. So if you feel drawn to pile 2 as well, please check it out. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, welcome pile 2. So, what good karma or good news or good fortune is coming your way? So, what I'm going to first just channel a couple messages from the picture that you chose for pile 2. So that was like the 2 figures, 2 people that are kind of like floating in the ethers, right? Above earth, and there's like these, there's the stars in the background and the butterflies and Saturn and all of this. So what I was getting from that is you are attracting a very healthy, very complementary, transformative, loving in sync, in tune relationship, okay? And this is a love relationship. And for those of you that are in a relationship, if you're already in a relationship, you may just start to feel more in tune with your partner. But for those of you that are not in a relationship, this is just like someone new is coming into your life, especially those of you who have been single for a little bit. Someone new is coming into your life that is going to be almost a perfect match, okay? And I don't want to say this, I'm not trying to say this in a way of like a fantasy. I just feel like what I'm getting is like it's someone that really is like a perfect match. They are perfectly complementary to you. It doesn't mean they're exactly like you, but they fit with you. They are a very good match for you, okay? This is going to be someone, like I said, who helps you grow. You both help each other grow. And I feel like you both have also been through a lot of growth. So this is someone who, I feel like whoever chose this pile, you've worked on yourself a lot. You've done a lot of self-work, a lot of inner healing, a lot of shadow work, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of introspection. And this could be on your own or with a therapist, but I feel like you guys have done that work. And whoever this person is that you're attracting, they have also done that work. So you guys are going to be two healthy, mature, emotionally intelligent beings coming into each other's lives. This is someone who is very disciplined. They have integrity. And I think it's the same for you. You guys mirror each other in that way. They're going to be hardworking. They're going to be willing to put in the work for the relationship. I think this is also someone who is a dreamer in the sense that they have big dreams for their lives. They have big goals for their life. And I think that's something that will actually invigorate you as well. Like there's something exciting about this person. I think you guys are also going to go on, I'm picking up someone that you can go on a lot of adventures with. Someone who has depth to them. And wants to be there for you. That's what I'm getting from the picture. Like they want to be there for you. They're going to be reliable. They're going to be someone that you can really depend on. They're loyal. And I feel like if you've been kind of losing hope in love, or you're someone that's kind of been a bit jaded in love, or you're someone that's just kind of like not really focusing on love, this person may come out of nowhere. Like you may be surprised by how you meet this person. Or when you meet this person, even if you meet them in a way where you were, I don't know how, you could meet this person anyway, but like I just feel like once you do meet them and connect with them, you're going to feel like this love is supernatural, it's otherworldly, it's divine, it's there's definitely a very magical energy between you two. Like there's something very special about the bond you guys are going to share. And I feel like there's a uniqueness about both of you or a quality about both of you that you have a hard time finding in others, but you will find it in one another. And there is a feeling of being on cloud nine. Like there's something with that. And I'm not saying that the relationship is going to be perfect, but you will be two mature people who know how to handle conflict, who know how to communicate, who know how to handle disagreements in a way that is, again, mature and from a space of reasonability. Like you're not like you guys are diplomatic, you have tact, like that. This person will handle you with care. That's what I'm getting. And everything I'm saying about them, I feel like you're mirroring that energy back. Like both of you guys are in that same space. Like this is definitely divine masculine, divine feminine, like kind of energy. Like this is definitely like soulmate energy. I'm not going to say twin flames because that twin flames can be a hot mess. But I'm just going to say soulmate, divine, masculine, feminine, like energy. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting from the picture. So now let's jump into the cards. So the first card you got was the ocean, right? So what I'm getting for this is some good karma that's coming your way, which again is kind of connected to the relationship once again. So this relationship is going to be very deep, okay? So for those of you, if you had relationships in the past and you felt like you were kind of connecting with your person, but there was areas where you really weren't connecting, like you felt, or you could tell like there's parts of you that you weren't able to really, like there's parts of you that whoever you've been with in the past couldn't exactly understand or reach or see. And I feel like you're going to now be with someone who's able to reach the depths of you, right? Or to connect to the depths of you. And you're going to be able to connect to the depths of them. I feel like this is going to be the deepest and most mature relationship you've ever had out of everyone you've had. And something about this relationship, let's say if there's anybody that you've been kind of stuck on from the past, like the one that got away kind of energy, or like, you know, just an ending that never quite healed with someone in the past, this relationship is going to wash all of that energy away. Like you're going to finally be able to get over whoever that was, right? Like this relationship has this very like baptismal energy. Like it's bringing you anew. Just like with the butterflies in the picture, it's like something about this is renewing. Something about this is cleansing this relationship, cleansing of the past. Like this is a relationship that it kind of connects to, there's something that I said in the previous video on my channel, which was how do men view you. But this relationship is so transformative where it's like who you were before you met this person is not going to be the same person that you are after meeting this person, like, or after being in a relationship with this person for some time. Like this person is going to completely cleanse you of the old self. Not the parts of you that, you know, like not in that way, but just like the parts that needed to be let go of. This person is going to help you do that final release, right? Because like I said, I feel like you guys have both done a lot of work. And let's say that you guys have done like 85% of the work, right? Or like 85% of the old self has been completely, you know, unlearned, uprooted, cleansed away, shed, transformed, whatever the case may be. It's like whatever that last 15% that you're trying to like work on or trying to like heal, cleanse, whatever the case may be, this person is going to help you get to that finish line. And I'm not saying that the work ever ends, but it's just like you can, you know, you'll be in such a like a lot of the past lessons or energies that you've been trying to clear out for years, they will help you finally wash that away. Okay? Their energy will be like I said, a baptism or a spiritual bath to your entire existence up to that point, right? Just cleansing out anything that's no longer serving you. They will help you do that, whatever it is, right? It could just be mindsets, it could be habits, it could be, you know, perceptions of self. It can be, like I said, like holding on to outdated memories, painful memories. They're gonna help you really cleanse your world of that. Their energy is purifying, and I feel like you, again, your energy will be doing the same for them. There's something very mirroring about you guys, and how you guys affect each other. Like there's definitely this sense of like fitting very well, you know, like a hand in a glove. Like there's just like, or even like how I'm holding my fingers like this, like there's just something about you guys that feels very, that just fits, right? So that's what I'm getting from that. Yeah, and then if you've been craving just like this sense of like being seen, being heard, having someone that really gets you, being someone's priority, being, you know, having unconditional love, I feel like that's going to come from this relationship. And this relationship could end up in, if you guys are interested in that, like marriage, you know, like some kind of long-term or just like very long-term commitment. I'm seeing that definitely for this PiLE, as some of the good karma that's coming your way. Because I feel like this PiLE has put out a lot of love. You've been very loving and caring to other people, but I feel as though you don't always receive that in return. And this relationship is going to be the Most High, the cosmos, the universe's way of kind of giving you back the love that you've given others over the years, right? It's going to be flooding through. This person is going to be the vessel to provide that to you, right? Something here that's interesting, though, is this card did come up, Unfinished Symphony. So some of you guys may not want to hear this, but if there's someone from your past who you never quite felt like you reached a completion with, or maybe, you know, there was like, again, unfinished business, or someone that you needed, you know, someone that you had a relationship with where there wasn't closure or something of that sort. This is not for all of you, but some of you, that person could be the person that's coming back in. But they're coming in brand new, which is why with the butterflies, it's like they're not the same. When you met this person, if it is this kind of scenario of someone from the past, you met them in their caterpillar phase, but they're now going to approach you as a butterfly. In fact, when you first meet them, even if they're, you know, obviously you may recognize them physically, even if they look different or look like, you know, maybe they've improved in some way, or their appearance has somehow elevated, or you find them more attractive now. What's going to be the most different thing about them is their inner qualities and the way that they're showing up, right? So let's say that you met this person before and they were very emotionally immature. Now they're going to be very mature, right? They're going to be, if they were someone, let's say you guys broke up because they were cheating, or because they, you know, they kind of have these player ways, or they, you know, just didn't know how to be loyal, didn't know how to be true. You're going to now meet the version of them that has integrity, that is honest, is a good communicator, is upfront, is, you know, forthright about things, that does like actually mean what they say and say what they mean, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's not that their appearance, I think, will also be improved. Like I think if you met them before and they were kind of like this Knight of Wands energy, or kind of like this page energy, they're not going to be that. They're now going to be approaching you as a king or emperor energy, right? Like they're going to be coming at you, like you will see the growth. And I'm getting that if this is someone from the past, you guys may be a bit apprehensive about this person at first. Because I feel like in this image, you can see there's the like, piano keys in the background. I think you're going to be thinking at first, like, no, I'm not going to deal with you. This is the same song. I've heard this song before. Like, I know this song. I'm done with it. But it's like, no, there's a part of the song that you haven't heard, right? And, you know, in those songs where there's songs where, like, the beat or the rhythm can drastically change. Like, each segment of the song is completely different. I don't know what song is reminding me of right now. It's kind of reminding me of, there's an Erykah Badu song where, is it Green Eyes, where like the beginning part of the song is completely different from the second half of the song. Like everything changes, right? And so I feel like you have heard the beginning, right? And like you feel like, I know that there's nothing new, I know that song, but you've never heard the second half. So like this second half is completely different, and like they want you to hear the rest of the symphony, okay? Because it gets better, and not only does it get better, but the beginning part's not going to repeat. It's going to be completely different, right? And so I feel like that's what this is kind of about. So again, if this is somebody new, then, I mean, if this is somebody old, they're coming back completely brand new. And it's not going to just be external, it's going to be internal as well. Like they are not the same person. They have grown a lot. And this could be someone that you haven't seen in years, okay? It's been years. It could be as little as like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but it could also be as much as like 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, years, right? So I would say that, of course, fill them out, but be open. Be open. Another thing that is here is that this card came up. Why? So I'm going to talk about the two different scenarios. So if this is somebody from the past, you're going to start to understand why you guys had to have this separation. You're going to start to understand why things had to play out the way they did. And that's even for if it's someone new. Like your life, whatever happens next, and when you meet this person or when you reconnect with this person, everything that's happened thus far in your life, especially in terms of relationships, romantic relationships, it's going to make sense. Like you're going to understand. If it's somebody new, you're going to understand why it didn't work out with those past people. You're going to understand why you had to learn those lessons. You're going to get clarity on why you had to be at this point in time in order to have this relationship. Like a lot of things are going to make sense. It's going to feel like you're getting all the answers from... It's like it's gonna feel like you're getting to read your Akashic records and see exactly why this person had to come in at this time, or why this person had to re-emerge at this time, and why back then they had to leave, or why these other people had to leave, and like everything is going to make so much sense. And I feel like this relationship is also going to give you a sense of a lot of stability, and a lot of sense of peace. Because I think a lot of you do love and want love, but when you want something so bad that you just convince yourself that you don't care about it. I think a lot of you guys had got to that point where you just kind of were like, I don't care anymore. Like if I meet someone that's great, but I'm comfortable with myself, like I'm comfortable with whatever plays out. Like I think you guys were in that energy, but I think that this person, once they come in, like you're going to be feeling this sense of peace, and like you're no longer going to be, you're just going to feel like this is what you've been waiting for. Like, even though you tried to convince yourself that you didn't care anymore, or whatever the case may be, whether it's someone from the past or whether it's someone new, like, you were trying to convince yourself you didn't care about something anymore related to relationships or related to this particular relationship or this type of relationship. But I feel like you're going to finally start to accept that this is what you want. Like, you have been wanting love, romantic love, true love. And I feel like this is going to be true love. That is exactly what it's going to be. And this relationship is going to, once again, it's going to transform your entire life. You may move with this person, and whether that's moving in, moving to a new city, moving to a new state, it could really just be a new city, but just like there's going to be a lot of movement, okay? A lot of change in your life from this relationship. This person's going to deepen and expand your world, and you're going to do the same for them. The last card we have here is regeneration. Okay, so like I said, if this is someone from the past, right, if this is someone from the past, then a relationship that you thought was completely dead and gone is going to regenerate, and you're going to be shocked because it seems like in this picture, imagine being in a place where it's just lava, and all of a sudden plants and stuff start forming from that. Like, it just, like, it's gonna be so like mind-blowing that how this relationship is going to regenerate. Because I feel like right now, if it is someone from the past, it's going to feel like that relationship was completely dead and gone. Like, this is someone who you have already accepted, like, that was over with. Like, there's no evidence of it coming back. There's no clear pathway for it to happen. It's something that you've deaded in your mind. You've deaded it. Even if you think about that person, you've come to the conclusion that that chapter closed long ago, and even if there is any residual feelings or residual thoughts about that person, you were no longer in a state of thinking that was going to be anything, right? So you come to the conclusion that was over, right? Like, it's over, it's dead. But then somehow, some way, new life is going to be born. Somehow. Like, and then if this is a new person, let's say it's not an old person that this is talking about, your belief in love is going to be regenerating. Your belief in true love and in romance and in like this kind of like complementary divine partnership is going to be regenerated. You're going to actually have faith again in love, and you're going to start to really believe in love again. Because I feel like some of you guys, again, I think before you guys were hopeless romantics, you got jaded and you were like, you know what? F this Disney shit. Like, there's no Cinderella and the Prince Charming. There's no freaking, like, that's all BS. And I just need to stop believing in that kind of fairy tale fantasy, you know? And I think that this person is going to put you in that fantasy energy, like where life does really feel magical again. And like, you're probably even going to be a little bit like scared to allow yourself to feel that, but it's going to be true. Like, this person is going to be all that they appear to be. And this may be your life partner. Like, that's what I'm kind of picking up. Like, this is a life partner. So I love that for you. And that's all I have for you, pile 2. Once again, if you kind of felt drawn to both piles, please check out pile 1, like and subscribe, and please come back to my channel. I'd love to see you again soon. Love you all. Have a good one.